Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the HPC number HLPX-11. This is a rake pick, is what it is. There are different types of pick shapes. This is called a rake, and it's generally used for raking in and out. The hardware industry is full of ingenious original names for items. The squiggly profile to it allows you to move the pin tumblers like this as you rake in and out. You can move all those pin tumblers, and what you're trying to do is get them to a shear line, obviously. And I definitely can't speak at length as an expert on how to pick locks, but I know that the Rake Pick is the tool that I've had most success with, and it's, I think, what a lot of people use. I generally, when I'm trying to just probe the individual pins, I will use the hook style so I can get just the one pin isolated that I want to work on and not work on others at the same time. But if you're looking at this, you're certainly not looking at this for my instruction or guidance when it comes to picking locks. Now, what makes the HLPX-11 particular is it is different than the LPX-11 in the sense that the tempered steel thickness is thicker. This is 0.028. My caliper tells me it's 0.027. So yeah, 0.028. It's going to be obviously stiffer than the LPX-11, which is 0.022. Okay. The logo that's there, as you can see, it has a chrome handle. In the world of picks by HPC, if you had an entire set, you will possibly see them color coded so that you know your rakes are chrome color and your triangles or your balls or double balls or hooks or whatever they are different colors. So if you get into that, then there you go. Give you a couple of basic dimensional properties. Overall length of the pick, about 4 13/16. The steel component alone looks like it's about 1 5/8 inches. Let's switch to the screen view and let's take a closer look at this item, but also what supporting documentation I have for it. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Okay, here's the item that we are looking at. Really not too much to see here, and that's okay. Let's take a look at some photographs that we have. That's the actual item. Okay, a close-up of that rake profile. Okay, now let's take a look at the link here to the manufacturer's page. And from this link is where you'll be able to pull up not only all of the HPC products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the product catalog. And let's take a look at that once it loads. Now, if you know the name HPC at all, you probably do for its key machines, and in particular the one they're showing on the cover, which is the Blitz machine, which is going to be Tiger Shark, then Code Max, and then Blitz, I think. There it is. I think every lock shop has one of these. And the reason is because it does a great job at originating keys, in the sense that it's highly compatible with needing to originate different manufacturers' keys. You can originate Arrow or Sargent or Schlage or Kwikset or Medico or Corbin, System 70 and pre-System 70. And you do that in small format. You do that, or large format. You do that by swapping out the cards, obviously. Not obviously if you're not familiar with it. When you buy one of these, it will come with a few dozen code cards. Not every code card, but the basic set. You'll do that via code cards. You'll do that via the cutter that's installed. There are different cutters because every cut on keys will be a different shape of cut. The angle will be specific, the angle of the cutter. Just to beleaguer that point, the angle of the cutter, also what happens at the bottom, what happens this angle and here. So those cutters are all different for that purpose. And then finally the jaws. You're not going to clamp a Schlage 5-pin C keyway in here like you would a tip stopped, which is what that red component is, the tip stop small format 7-pin. So if you know the name HPC, you probably do for Blitz. They also have their punch machine, which is here. Not common in the sense that people will ask for punch cards for this. But if you noticed earlier, we slid right past the index. Picks, page 65. Let's go to page 65. Here we go, page 65. Picks. Okay. Spring steel picks, those that have a handle, a stainless handle with them. Different shapes. Hooks, diamonds, rakes, balls. Color coding. Rakes are red. Hooks are blue. Diamond, yellow. Ball is green. Thicker handles. It's all preference when it comes to picking. Tension rod or tension bars. I'm awful at picking locks, but I would prefer a light tension. Is how I would go about doing it. Different tools for cylinder bypass. Key extractors, really common and typical. You should definitely have one of these. You'll get a call on a Friday that the client came home and now they need a service call because they broke their key in the cylinder. Well, you kind of want to tell them, get in there with a sharp instrument and just pull the key out and then hopefully go get your spare key. And, I've done that. People have called me and I've gone, and unfortunately, they have to stand there and watch me take about 90 seconds to get the key out, even though it's not easy. I did it one time and the client said, was it just that easy? Yeah, but the client realized I just drove an hour in one direction. That kind of thing. The interchangeable extractor set, I've had this. I never really extracted a lot of use out of this. It's a handy tool to have, but you got to be doing very delicate work for this. Again, color coding, sets of picks are here. I have a giant set. I really shouldn't, only because you need to have tools to work on cylinders, and a pick set is one of those tools. There are times when you need to just elevate a pin, and you're not trying to bypass or pick the cylinder. You're just trying to service it. So that's why I have it. Other tools are back in here as well. But what's nice about HPC's catalog is they also have security hardware. Before we get to that, this is their cylinder eater. This is nice because you'll take a key and you are going to cut it and use it as a guide. And this cylinder cutter has a drill bit, and it will give you a hole in the unit, the guide that you snap onto the front of this, so that you are drilling the face of the cylinder in the proper location. If you ever, drill the cylinder, the wrong place to drill it is right in the broaching of the plug. That's the wrong place to drill it. What you're trying to do is destroy the shear line. This is not obviously Medico, but to me it's obviously Medico. The shear line is here, but then that sidebar is here as well. I can't tell who that is. That's weird leg. Yale has some really weird legs like that. I can't see who that is. This is small format. You're drilling the shear line, but then the control lug as well. And the key is the key. The purpose of this is that you're not destroying the lock. You're obviously destroying the housing and the core, but that's inexpensive in terms of replacement. Other servicing tools. Their security hardware is back here. Key cabinets. Latch guards. Here's where I'm trying to get to. They have latch guards. They have hardware specifically meant to guard cylinders and aluminum doors. Okay. People don't think of HPC for this material, but it's pretty nice. I own a Blitz. I own a Tiger Shark. I don't think I own a Codemax. Forgive me. I know that I don't. And I own a Framan and a Rytan and some other tools. The point of that is you do end up accumulating tools because many people will make a tool to originate a key. Obviously HPC with their Blitz or their Punch or their Tiger Shark or their Codemax. But there's always one manufacturer who does the particular job seemingly just better than all the others, so then you acquire that tool. And with locksmithing, it seems to never end. Let's wrap up this video on camera. If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it. Now, I'm quite partial to HPC. I don't own a lot of their locksmithing tools, and it's because I don't do a lot of locksmithing field work at all. We do here in the shop. But I'm partial to them because I have clients of mine who do that work, and they ordered this material. This client in particular ordered a couple of picks, and HPC does a really good job with customer support, technical support, customer service. So your question might be, what code card do I need to cut pre-System 70 Corbin X class? They're going to be able to help you with that. You know, the folks over there know what it is. Once or twice I've had to elevate it to actual technical support, not just customer service. Their customer service is highly trained. They answer those code card questions really well all the time. Once or twice I've had to go beyond them, but it's very rare that customer service can answer the question directly. So to them for that I say thank you. Any questions on the HLPX11 pick or any other HPC product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.